Crying is bad. Crying is for the weak. How many times did we get this impression? In our society, crying is not considered as something positive. It is something like a negative, a darker aspect. As a child, we were told not to cry. We were either given some chocolate or toys to shut our crying. As adults, especially if you're a man, then crying is a sign of weakness. Society does not like a man who cries. Many times in my personal life, I had this problem of crying. I knew that I had a heavy heart. I had a lot of grief, sadness in myself, but I did not know how to put it out. Then there were phases in my life where I had overwhelming emotions, like I did not know how to stop my crying. Many times I felt crying makes me weak. I was scared of crying because I did not want it to be more weak. I did not want others to see that I am crying. Many times in our life, we go through sadness, grief, loss, or like an emotional turmoil when we have to release this energy. If this toxic energy is stored in us for a long time, it turns into stress. And this stress later will turn into some disease or the other. A lot of emotional energy, when it's stored in the body, we call it a lot of yin energy in our body. Yin is to be on the feminine side. So in a way we have a lot of feminine energy in our body, which is not good for us. We need to learn how to release this extra stored, pressured energy and to come into balance. Crying is a good way to do that. I'm going to tell you 10 points on how you can cry. Number one, list down all your triggers. Whatever you are feeling, whatever makes you sad, emotional, these incidents, those thoughts, those words, write it down. Second, find a safe environment. Sometimes we feel, oh, if I'm crying, what this person will think, or you are just not comfortable crying everywhere. So find a comfortable, safe environment where you can spend some time with yourself and release this emotion. Third, find someone whom you can trust, like a friend. Sometimes we can't find friends, they are not available, or we don't have those kind of friends with whom we can be transparent. So find a pet, find a tree, find a rock, or just talk to the stars, just stargazing and release that emotion. Fourth, hug something like a teddy bear. Our heart feels vulnerable that time and we want to hug something. So, or like a pillow, just hold it close to your heart and close your eyes and feel. Go into your heart, see what's happening. Fifth is look at old pictures. You will connect to many memories. You will connect to people whom you love, maybe people whom you have lost. Go into a memory lane walk. Sixth point, you can recall emotional memories or times when it was hard for you. Recall those memories and just close your eyes and feel what was happening that moment in your life. Seventh, practice deep breathing. Sometimes we are just not able to cry because there is something like stuck, like a block in us. We are not able to release it. So taking deep breaths is going to release that block, and sometimes a burst of crying just comes out. Eighth, avoid suppressing your emotions. Come out of this conditioning. Set yourself free. Ninth, engage in creative expression like a drawing or listen to some music. Sometimes some kind of music brings in certain kinds of emotion. So see what kind of music you like and allow yourself to soak into that. And the last point, the 10th point, is allow yourself to be vulnerable. Accept that vulnerability is fine. It's okay. It's a part of our life. It is not bad. It is not a sign of weakness. Lastly, I'm going to end this with a short tip how you can take this to the next level. Always work with the opposite. Now, crying and negative energy is a negative part of the yin energy. So you can bring a yang energy, like a masculine energy. So think of any divine masculine figure that whom you consider to be a pillar of strength or support for you. It can be anything, like for me it is the Shiva, or you can think of like a warrior, or some father figure, whoever it is for you. And before you start this process, ask them to be there for your protection. Feel the presence of this strong masculine energy, and you can start this process, or maybe just go into this opening up of yourself, cry it out. Another tip is, when you are crying, try to open yourself. We have a tendency to go like this when we are crying. So when you are crying, if you keep on opening, it's going to have a positive impact on you, and you will see you have released a lot of emotion and you are in the next phase of creativity in your life. My name is Aditya Dutta. I'm an identity coach. I love to work with the masculine and the feminine dynamics, and these are the subject that interests me to make these kind of video. Thank you for listening.